conversation and we move to a second segment, which is spilling the beans. And
The
I
coffee
have
beans, yeah.
the coffee beans, absolutely. So, to that, I am going to ask you, what is that one thing where you believe we as organizations and as an industry leader this time, Tarun, right? Uh, we are contributing to certain talent challenges, if I may put it politely, but talent problems, if I may just say so. What is it that we are not doing right as India Incorporated when it comes to the way we look at talent? And what is it that we can do to get it right?
This sounds like a rapid fire, but I'll just say we talk inclusion and diversity and we practice discrimination and differentiation, right? I mean, I've worked in my previous company, I used to work for as a global energy major. Take the small example of campus hiring. I'm sure every company does it. The fact that we have a tiering system and we have almost a class system of, college X and college Y, and I'd only have, from here, from hire from so and so, immediately limits your access to talent structurally. And I think we have not done enough to overcome that. I think there are some amazing organizations out there who have chosen to do away with this kind of a system. I myself am working within my organization on changing that mindset, saying that if we don't get people from beyond these so-called
coveted,
creme la creme, we will have the same, because ultimately, where do they come from? Where do all our engineers go to? They go to MBA. From MBA, they land up in a company and they come up with fantastic, analysis. And then what we do kind of miss out. Pick one example, we miss social relational skills. Right? And in a marketing organization, do I only work on consumer and insights, or do I work also on empathy and design thinking, all the softer factors, consumer behavior? And that's one place where I would say, as an industry, and this is specifically India, because I also have a global organization. Thankfully, I think we've done away with that across many other parts of the world. I leave out, of course, the Oxbridge part of it, but I think that's probably where I would just say we have got to do better.
Amazing. And so, Tarun, what I heard was a socially diverse mindset. We would hire people. We would get in colleagues in our ecosystem who understand social diversity. The institutions that we go to, we would want that anyone who's hiring is able to relate to the consumer on ground. And that necessarily may not be somebody from a creme la creme institute.
Yes.
You need someone who has experienced the last mile, perhaps, and whoever does that the best is the go-to person for you. Fantastic.
And if I may just add, Devashish, for just one example, which is a live one, which I quote very often, is one of our large tea estates in South India, the Kanandevan Hills.
Yeah.
Actually, today, even now, I think it's one of the first.
This was the Nilgiri teas, yes.
Yeah, it's one of the first which has practiced workers' participation in management.
Yeah.
So the board comprises of 2 workers, right? Imagine me having to present, let's say, for example, the CEO's compensation in front of the NRC, and you've got your frontline, tea pluckers who are on the board. Now, how much more
can you divulge?
Right. So therefore, you have to kind of keep that factor in mind, saying, if I begin saying, oh, you're a plucker, you have no business, but we stood by this point about being inclusive and practicing that. Flip aside to the fact I said my consumer